afternoon. Today I thought I'd make something very simple that I've been making since primary school, which is peanut butter biscuits. Now I just use 3 ingredients for these: peanut butter, 1 cup, 1 egg, and 1 cup of sugar. So today I'm using brown sugar as I've run out of everything else. So I'm just going to start off with 1 cup of brown sugar in a bowl, 1 cup of peanut butter. And you can use any type of peanut butter you like, smooth, crunchy, any brand you like. I just really like the American style peanut butter. So I've just got some from Aldi, and nice and cheap, tastes delicious. So we get that 1 cup in. Now this is a recipe that's always been just written as 1 egg. Is it 1 large egg, 1 small egg? I don't really know, so I just go with the large egg because that's what I've always got. And you pretty much just crack that in, mix it all together, and that's your mixture done. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to make some, and I'm going to add in some raw cacao to make them chocolate peanut butter as well. So I'll do half peanut butter and half peanut butter chocolate. Something else I like to do with this mixture is if I add in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of gluten-free flour, because these are naturally gluten-free because there's no flour. But if I add in 2 to 3 tablespoons of gluten-free flour, it really firms up the mixture. Now you can do that every time, but I don't always have that on hand, but I like to do that so I can make these into peanut butter jam drops. So as you'll see now that I've mixed that together, it's still it's firm, but it's not too firm. So when you make these with the jam in the middle like jam drops, it doesn't really stay, they just sort of fall apart. So the 2 to 3 tablespoons of flour will ensure that this will stay together really well for that jam to go in the middle, just like you would regular jam drops. Now this mixture, as I said, isn't very firm, so you just sort of have to kind of roll it into a ball, drop it on your baking paper. I'm just going to sort of press it with my finger, but you can also use a fork if you want these to look really nice. You could also wet your hands a little bit so this mixture won't stick, but I'm just going to roll with it, see how I go. So I've got a baking tray lined with baking paper, and just going to do about 4 or 5 of these. Then I'm going to add in some of this raw cacao. Now to bake these, they bake for about 15 minutes, maybe 20, depends on your oven. 180 degrees non-fan forced and 160 degrees fan forced. So I'm just going to wash my hands, and I'm going to add some cacao and make some more of these. So I think I'll probably just do about 1 teaspoon of the cacao. I'm going to mix it in and see how it goes. Maybe 2. More. Just want to be able to taste it. So mix this through, see how that goes. Now you can see that when I'm mixing this is getting a little bit firmer already with that chocolate in. So if you do add the chocolate in, you probably don't need too much flour if you wanted to make them peanut butter chocolate jam drops. Not sure how it would taste, but I'd give it a go. So just going to roughly mix that in. And then again, just going to take some of that mixture, sort of roll it into a bowl. And now that my hands are wet, that's actually much better to handle. That's probably a better way to do it. So make them any size you like. Roughly roll them into a ball. These ones I might re-roll. Yeah, makes it really good. You don't want your hands to be too wet because you don't want these biscuits to be wet. And I'm just going to press them down a bit. I might just do 1 more. Okay, so they're very rustic biscuits, nothing special, and they're ready to go in the oven. I'm just going to shove these in 160 degrees fan forced, 180 degrees if it's not fan forced, and 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to check mine after 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and we can have a taste. Alright, so as you can see, my biscuits have come out of the oven, and I couldn't wait to try one, so I've already had a bite. Now this one is the peanut butter with chocolate cacao, the raw cacao. It's quite nice. So it's firm to touch but still a little soft and squishy in the middle, just the way I like it, and perfect with a cup of tea in my opinion. Now just a tip, I cooked these for 15 minutes. I felt they needed a little longer, so I put them in another 5, and after the 20 minutes I've left them on my baking tray just on top of the oven just to cool down for about 10 minutes before I transfer them to the wire rack. First I actually took one, put it straight on the rack, and it just fell apart. So when they're straight out of the oven, they're too hot, leave them about 10 minutes, transfer them to your wire rack to cool completely before you put them into your container. And yeah, so that's about it. If you like this recipe, you like watching the video, please subscribe or hit the like button. Thanks guys again for watching. Have a great day. Bye.